I am just a girl, as they say. Truly, I was a young girl who was just trying to find her way through life. Well, I grew up in a family that is Christian-based. And to us, going to church was normal. It was the order of the day. But still, it was a treasured moment for us because we had very good memories that we shared together in the church. I remember us acting scripts in the Bible. We will do dances. We had so many treasured memories. It was life. At this time, I vividly remember that we had movie times in my Sunday school. And this time we used to watch great men of God, people like Solomon, David, Jacob, Joseph, Cain and Abel, Noah building the ark. And these stories are still live to my life until date. So fast forward, now we move from being kids, and we are in that stage whereby it's in between being a kid and an adult. So at this point, there was a group that was formed called the Junior Youth. So we joined up the Junior Youth. At this time, all our mind was beating for was the dance. We really enjoyed dancing and presenting in church. Unfortunately, things happened and the group broke apart due to many political reasons in the church. From this point now, we have graduated to joining the youth. And as before we joined the youth, we went for campus. And when we went for campus, I remember very well that at this point, church was not a priority. So life had just begun for us as the youth at that time. So during this time, still it was deep rooted in us that even though we departed and said that church is in the heart, I'm sure you have used that phrase one time in your life, haven't you? We were one of those people who said that church is in the heart and not in the service. So we threw up going to church and we just worshipped in the heart. And so time went by and we were done with campus. We worked really hard. We still believed in God because our roots were very deeply rooted into Christianity, because our foundation was very well built. So fast forward, as I left campus and moved into Syokimau, at this time moved in with my partner. And when we were just in the house, we feel like this house needs some warmth. And we were expecting God and telling God that bless us with children in this house. And so my partner used to say that he used to make this prayer that he really wants to have children in the house. I was very particular with God, and I was telling God that I really wanted him to bless me with a son. Why a son? It is because I'm from a family whereby we are all girls. We are 4 girls, and that void of having a brother was still there, and I really wanted to experience the joy of having a son. So, and I told God that if you give me this son, I will be back to the church. So who is God? He did it. He gave me a son. And so at this time, I was wondering, I was hopping from one church to another, still not getting satisfaction, not feeling contented in the heart. So one time I was in the house on a Sunday and I Googled and saw PCEA Syokimau. So I said, coming from a Presbyterian background, let me try it out. It doesn't hurt. So I followed my Google Maps And on the road, there was a signage that was showing where PCEA Syokimau was, the entrance was. So I went through the entrance, I came into the compound, and I found this nice Mabati church. And I came inside. And let me tell you, wow, it was warm. It was very welcoming to me. I felt that the congregation, if I would define it in one word, I would say love. PCEA Syokimau has been a place where I feel the warmth. I feel being in a family setup. So at this time, when I have joined church and there was a call to come up and start building the sanctuary. So I told God, so you have brought me here and now it is my time to do whatever my parents did to me, I do it to my kids. I show them through an example of being in a church where they will make memories and create all that in this setup. So I took it upon myself and said, just like David, he really had that zeal to build the Lord an altar. And I said I would be part of it. And it is a privilege because, as also we see in the Bible, David really wanted to do it. And when you follow up closely, David, the Lord says he was a man after his own heart. And God denied him the chance to do it directly. To me, when this privilege came, I was like, Lord, if David, a man after your own heart, was not able to build for you directly, you have given me this chance to build for you directly. And I was like, what a privilege to do it for the Lord. So I took it upon myself. And maybe sometimes you would ask yourself, why am I giving all these stories? To me, it is because a church is not just a Sunday service. A church is a legacy. It is a legacy that lives beyond our generations. It is, and through those people who built the church, they built a covenant with God. And their names will be written down in the story of this altar. I define a church as not just brick and mortar. I define a church as a call to worship. It is an action of worship. It is obedience. It is honor. It is a privilege to do it. So when we are doing this building of the church, this is where our children will be raised. This is where our children will be baptized. It is where they will meet Christ by themselves. They will encounter a relationship with Christ. It is where one day they will tie up knots with their spouses to start up families. Like the new campus that we are building, it's a perfect place for the kids to be mentored into becoming people of integrity. As they say, train your child in the ways of the Lord, such that when they grow up, they shall not depart from it. I am a clear example to that. Even though I departed, even though I wandered through the ways, deep down I knew that there was someone who was watching over me. There was a heavenly person, a heavenly supernatural power that I always had to come back and always realign myself to it. This is a perfect opportunity for us, as we have come a long way from the Mabati structure and now to the beautiful sanctuary that we are having. It is such an honor to be doing this for the Lord. For me, it is a yes to continue on this mission. It is actually the last phase. the only maybe opportunity we have to do something to the Lord directly that involves our finances, involves our emotions, our everything will be involved in this process. It is the last phase. And as I look through the story of Hezekiah, I'm reminded that I always want to ask myself a question. And this question I will also want to pose it to you. Just like Hezekiah, during this time when death knocked on his door and he was told that he was going to die, he faced the wall and really cried to the Lord and told God, remember how I have served you in due diligence. What is it one thing that you can turn back to the Lord and just tell him that, God, remember I did 1, 2, 3 for you. Remember 1, 2, 3 I did for you. Would you tell God that I built you an altar and the Lord will remember and reverse back the situation? As for me and my house, it is a yes to this privilege of building the Lord's sanctuary.
I'm Simon Murorindegwa, a deacon in Central District. I'm committed to build the house of the Lord.
I'm Sophia Mudhoni Karanja. I'm committed to build the house of the Lord.
Tina Baundu, yes for me.
Njogu, I'm totally committed to build the church.
I'm Alex Ndongo, committed to build the church.
My name is Daisy Waweru. I'm committed.
Jackson Kai, I'm in.
Ruth Majuri, it's a yes for me.
I'm Salome Achieng Yoga, I'm in.
Mwatiko, I'm in.
I'm committed.
Malusi, I'm committed.
It's a yes for me.
Joy Mukini, I'm committed.
Mary Mukini, I'm committed.
Jerusalem family, we are committed to build the church of God.